Today I am going to take your science class. Well, you have studied with your man, whatever you have studied. I'll start with a new topic, and the topic will be crop production and management. How we are going to approach to the topic. Before we go for the topic, let me make clear few things. Number one, you are going to have the presentation along with my discussion. In case if you have any problem, report it or write your questions on your YouTube box or write your questions and doubts on my email ID which I will be sending you. Okay? Now, hope you are enjoying your online lessons. Think what we call a crop. You know, agriculture is the very fundamental thing we human being started. It is thousands and thousands of year old practice. You know, man started with food gatherer. That time it was very difficult life. But the life became better when he started producing food. If you study higher history, you will come to know that what you call agriculture revolution and all blah blah blah. We are not going to deal in that. Well, you might have heard this word crop. What does this crop mean? Is rose a crop? Is sugarcane a crop? Is paddy a crop? Is wheat a crop? Is cotton a crop? Well, out of these many, you will come to know what is crop and why it is called crop and what are the different types of crop and how they are cultivated and managed. Well, first of all, let us define a crop. How do we define it? Look at the definition there. What it reads? It reads, when a plant of same kind are when plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called crop. Correct? When plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on large scale, it is called a crop. Now, think on this definition. Think on this definition. There are few words, catchwords. Number one, plants of same kind. Number two, at one place. Number three, on large scale. Suppose on my flower pot I grow 4-5 wheat plants. Will it be a crop? Will it be a crop? No. Why? Because though plants are there, but they they are not grown on a large scale. So when plants are grown on a large scale at one place, you might have seen wheat field or paddy field and all that. There, not 4 or 5 plants, thousands and millions of plants at one place. That makes a crop. So, am I able to define it properly? Definition is clear? Once again, when plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called crop. Now, can rose be a crop? When rose is there on one flower plant, it is not a crop. Can paddy be a crop? When paddy is there for 1 or 2 paddy plants at one place, it cannot be a crop. But when there is a field having thousands and thousands of plants, then it is a crop. You know, crop are of 2 types generally. One, we call it the crop which we eat. Okay? Other crops are there which we don't directly consume for our food, but rather we sell it. For example, cotton. So we sell that cotton crop and get money, cash out of it. So we call it cash crops. There are some cash crops also. Some crops which give you cash. We sell it in the market. They are processed for our use, but they are called cash crops. Now, every crop needs a particular season, atmosphere, climate, treatment for its growth and development. According to the season or on the basis of season, crops are in India divided into 2 major categories. Number 1, we call Kharif crops. Number 2, we call Rabi crops. Now, look at the definition. How do we define Kharif crop and Rabi crop? Just at the presentation. Kharif crop, the crops which are sown in the rainy season are called Kharif crops. Once again, the crops which are sown in rainy season are called Kharif crops. The rainy season in India, generally it is from June to September. So, the crops which are sown June to September period are called Kharif crops. For example, paddy, maize, soya bean, groundnut, even cotton. Another type is the Rabi crop. The crop grown in the winter season are called Rabi crops. The time period is generally from October to March. So Rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. Now, according to the season, crops are there. According to season, festivals are also there. There is one festival reaching tomorrow or day after. What is that? And why that festival is? This festival is a harvest festival. Once crops are sown in, they are properly taken care of, and the harvest is made, and we celebrate. Anyway, enjoy your festival also when it comes in between. How do we grow a crop? When you have to grow any plant on a very large scale, you have to have some basic practices. And those basic practices are called agricultural practices. These agricultural practices are must to have a well-defined, well-organized crop. If you don't follow these practices, one fine morning you start, I will do agriculture and cultivation, well, you will be a big failure. But if you follow these practices, then you can be in proper agriculture. And nowadays it is a subject, even a science. People, as you do BA, that is Bachelor of Arts, MA, Master of Arts, you do BSc, Bachelor of Science, MSc, Masters of Science. Similarly, you do BSc AG, graduation in agriculture. You can do post-graduation in agriculture. There are agricultural scientists. So people in agriculture are doing great job. Why? Because we have to get our food. And maximum food we get from agriculture. If you don't have proper agriculture system, well, you can't eat notes. You can't eat gold. So agriculture is a must. You must have heard the name of Dr. Swaminathan. Find out about him. That is your homework. You might have also heard about Green Revolution. Read little bit of it. Ask your geography teacher and find out what is it. Food is the basic need of all living beings, including us, the humans. If we study how to get continuous food supply for us and practice this, then we will be having food. We are no more hunters and gatherers. Now we have grown up. So we have to have agricultural practices. How these agricultural practices came? Well, people might have thought by their experience they started learning, then by their mistakes, by their experiences, they learned and made 7 basic practice needed for any sort of agriculture. And these basic practices are, look at my presentation. They are: number 1, preparation of soil. Number 2, sowing. Number 3, adding manure and fertilizers. Number 4, irrigation. Number 5, protecting from weeds. Number 6, harvesting. And number 7, most important, storage. Well, come back. Very important aspect, preparation of soil. We will discuss all in detail. First, how to prepare soil. You can't go out or in a open place you can throw seeds and seeds will grow up. Not at all. What you have to do? Remember, just see, recall if you have seen any village. There, if there is a field, the farmer uses plow or even tractors for plowing the field. First, what he does? He plows the field. Then, what he does? Just plow and throw? No. Makes the field equal, labeled, makes the soil soft. Then prepares rows or columns where he has to put the seed. So, preparation of soil, there are different methods, different ways depending on the size of the soil and size of the field. Somewhere we need big tractors, somewhere small plows. Once the soil is prepared, first of all, a question will come in the mind. Why should we prepare the soil? You might have studied every soil has its own character. Every soil has its own property. Some soil are good for holding water. Some soil are soft but can't hold water. Some soils are hard and get dried very fast. Some soils become sticky. So there are different types of soils, and all the different types of soils need to be prepared in different manners for different types of seeds to grow. You can't get cotton in Rajasthan where there is a sandy soil, and you can't get sugar cane in your deserts. Sugarcane crop needs a lot of water, and for that you need a soil which can hold water. There are certain soils which are very sticky. There you can't grow plants. These type of soils generally people don't use. They use it for pottery and all that. They don't grow plants there. Anyway, preparation of soil is the very first step towards your agricultural practice. Second point comes sowing. In fact, before sowing, there is a proper selection of seeds. Seeds need to be selected. When you select a particular seed and a particular soil and you prepare the soil, then seed needs to be sown. There are ways for that. We will discuss in next class in detail. Then, just sow the seed, prepare the soil, sow the seed and forget. You will get harvest? No. What do you need? Sometimes plants need some medicine, some support material, some mineral, extra vitamins that we get from manures and fertilizers. Okay, you prepare the soil, add the seed, put fertilizer or manure, whatever you call it, then over? No. Plants also need, time to time, they need water. For that, you need to do irrigation. You did all these three things and then what? You will get a harvest? No. Because as the plants grow, they get disease, they are infected by weeds, some insects and all that. So what you have to do? You have to protect the plants from weeds and all that. Then, thank God, if everything is done good, then plant grows up and rises up and becomes your ready to serve you. Then what you need? You need to harvest. You need to cut it properly, collect it from the farmland, and then what? Whatever you have grown this season, do you think is enough for you and next season you will get again? No. What you need? If you have extra, why to waste? So what to do? Store. And storage is very, very important aspect of our agriculture. See, imagine the condition today in India. If we did not have the proper stock, what they call it, buffer stock, or if they don't have the proper stock of food grains, what would have happened? So, we need to store food. If you don't store food, it will go waste. So, storage is also most important agricultural practice. Well, today's class, what we learned? Quick recap. We learnt about crop. We learnt about Rabi crop and Kharif crop. We learnt about cash crop. We learnt about basic agricultural practices, just a glimpse. In my next class, we will study in detail how these practices are followed. Then, what else? We learnt about agriculture as a whole. Your job. You will be getting questions from me. I'll give you questions and you are supposed to write answer of all these questions in the proper science copy, whatever work Charlotte ma'am has given to you. If that chapter is over, let it be there. If it is not over, then leave some pages, start a new chapter and start working your question and answer. Before writing question and answer, I will send you the keywords. Make sure these keywords are important. If you get the keywords, then they will give you a picture as a whole of what are the important technical terms which we have to keep in mind. So, make sure first you will write keywords, then the questions and answer for today's class and send it on my email ID which I will send to you, or any way you want to send it. Send it on my personal WhatsApp number. Do it. Click a photo, send it on my personal WhatsApp number. In case if you got any difficulty in understanding any concept, once again, write down in the video inbox your queries and I will try to answer as much as possible. Stay home, stay happy, keep studying. God bless you. All the best.